Should you or should you not take a gap year? That is really the question, especially considering we're in the environment of the pandemic. This is something we previously talked about on the channel. This time around, we have another topic discussion with two guests from Global Citizen Year, a gap year company we interviewed for our podcast, How Real Life Works. If you are interested in this topic, definitely check it out. Why should you take a gap year? Why should you not? How taking a gap year can really change your life. This is How Real Life Works, a channel where we talk about all things that the school doesn't teach you. Why should students consider taking a gap year before going to university from your perspective?
Yeah, thanks, Annie. So I am Sade Ojuola. I'm the admissions manager here at Global Citizen Year. And why should students consider a gap year before university? As an org, we believe that there's kind of some growth that needs to happen between high school and university if you really want to make the best of your university experience. And so we have heard from so many students and families that, you've been in school since preschool, kindergarten, you just kind of chug along, and then you get to 12th grade. Typically, you go straight into 4 more years of school. But a lot of students kind of look up in college or after college and realize that they hadn't really had an opportunity to explore what really drives them and what they're passionate about. And so we believe that taking a year right after high school to just dive into that, really trying to explore your passions and find what gets you going, can make you better set up for freshman year when you're selecting a major. It can give you better context as to what kind of internships you should be pursuing, what kind of courses you should be pursuing to ultimately reach your goals. And so we just believe that if you take that time right after high school, which is really the first opportunity that you've probably had since kindergarten, it can really change the trajectory of your life in a positive way.
And is that why you chose to do gap year, Uvia, or you have other reasons when you decided to take a gap year?
Like a lot of the things that Sade said is very, very true. But I also think people don't realize how burnt out you are after high school. Like you won't realize it because you have this idea of what college is, right? Like throughout your life, you're given different ideas and hopes. Like, when you're in preschool, go into middle school, it'll be better then. Go into high school, it'll be much more fun then. Go into college. College is the life you want. And maybe for a certain amount of time, that's true. Like when you're initially getting in, you have that whole, school spirit, only fun things to do till your first midterms like kick in, or like you realize, oh my God, I actually have to study if I want to stay in this place. And you're so mentally exhausted from high school. You have 3 months in the middle before you make that transition. And I think it's inhuman to like actually do that and still balance like your mental health, your physical health, and just being a human being in general. So for me, I didn't always think that I was going to take a gap year, like till COVID became a thing. And because I went to boarding school, so I had a really different like high school experience. And when I came back, I was really eager to go back into a community of that sort. But I was like, I have to really think if I will be able to be a proper member of a community if I go in right now versus do I want to take a break, just do nothing for a while and then do things that I'm really passionate about and then go into a community and give it my best. And that was a really big factor that drove me into taking a gap year because I knew that I needed rest. I knew that I wanted to figure out more about myself and about what I'm really passionate about, because I feel like a lot of times because of the restrictions you have with like subjects and stuff at school, you think, okay, so I'm good at this, so maybe this is all I'm destined to do. Versus if you're on a gap year, you can just discover so much more by yourself without that added pressure of how are my grades or will I be good enough for this, etc. So for some people, I think it's about completely redefining yourself and finding something completely new that may be more you than what you've known. Versus for me, it was more about reconfirming that, okay, yeah, this is what I'm good at, this is what I love to do, and this is what I want to continue to work towards. Because it's not just about what you're doing in college, it's about later in your life as well, about this is what your purpose turns out to be. This is what you're going to do as a job even, and you don't want to hate your life and the places that you're working in or the people you're around. So it's important that you know yourself and what you like before you tell others about what you like and who you are.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you decide if you are taking a gap year or not? Let us know in the comment section below. If you are a high school student who wants to create content but you are not sure where to start, definitely check out our link in the description and sign up to our internship program. We can teach you all about video editing, audio editing, as well as interviewing guests so you can start your own YouTube channel or your own podcast. Last but not least, if you liked our content, remember to subscribe and follow our channel. See you next time. Bye-bye.